Animal Crossing New Horizons just came out, and I think we should talk about it. But before we begin, I think it's important to note, I picked this game up on the day of its release, and I recorded what I played that day. But then, I wasn't home for a couple of days after that, but I was still playing the game. And unfortunately, I didn't have my recording equipment. Normally, I try very hard to get what you're seeing to match what I'm saying, but in this case, it might not really match up very well, and I'm sorry for that. Let's start with what this game is and what you do in it. You play as a human character that you create and customize yourself. And from there you'll meet Tom Nook, who will take you to an abandoned island that you're going to live on. He'll show you a bunch of different layouts for islands, and you get to choose which one you want to live in. You'll also get 2 randomly selected villagers to join you on the island. I got a dog named Cherry and a horse named Buck. Wait. A dog? A horse? Tom Nook's a raccoon? What's going on here? It turns out you're the only human in a land full of animal villagers. In addition to the 2 starting villagers, the fruits and flowers that are grown and sold on your island are also random. For example, my island grows oranges, but you can have apples, or cherries, or a couple of other kinds of fruits. Okay, now you're on the island, but what do you do? The answer is, whatever you want. Tom Nook wants to develop the island, and he wants you to help him do it. He'll guide you by telling you what you should do next, but you can take all the time in the world to complete his tasks. On the first day, he'll ask you to find 3 plots of land to set up tents for you and the 2 villagers. He'll also tell you how to start paying him back for your new island experience. Yeah, that's right. You'll spend a lot of this game in debt to this raccoon. Now let's say you pick out the 3 areas for the tents and you pay back your loan all on the first day. What else do you do? Once again, the answer is whatever you want. You can go fishing and catch bugs and save them for when the museum opens. Or you can craft furniture and items like an axe and go chop some wood or smash some rocks. How you live your life on this island is completely up to you. Each day will present new opportunities on the island. But how does time pass in this game? Well, the in-game time is the same time it is in real life. So if you're playing at 10 a.m., it's going to be 10 a.m. in the game. Or if you're playing at 6 p.m., it's going to be 6 p.m. in the game. You can time travel by messing with your Switch's clock settings, but I didn't do that, so I'm not going to talk about it. As you play, you'll notice you earn Nook Miles for a lot of the activities you do on the island. These Nook Miles are basically another form of currency in the game that you can trade in for special items and crafting recipes. But honestly, the best item you can get is a Nook Miles ticket. With this ticket, you can go to the airport and fly to another random island where you can meet other villagers that you can invite to your island, find a bunch of materials for crafting, and even find rare fruits that don't grow on your island. The more you play, the more you'll start to see the results of all the hard work you've put in on the island. Like I said, my island started with 2 villagers, 3 tents, and some oranges. Now I have 6 villagers living on the island and a 7th on the way. My island grows oranges, peaches, pears, and bamboo. We have a gigantic museum, an item shop, and a clothing shop on the way. There are 7 fully developed houses on my island and a hangout area with a pool, loudspeakers, a fountain, rides, and soda machines. Really, the main goal of this game is to have fun living on your island, and make that island look however you want it to look. So what did I personally think of Animal Crossing New Horizons? Well, this is my first Animal Crossing, so I can't really compare it to any of the previous ones. But what I will say is that my first Animal Crossing experience has created a new addiction for me. I've been playing this game every day since its release, and I can't put it down. Every day when I turn the game back on, I get to add on to more parts of the island and craft new recipes. And really, this is the reason I didn't do any time traveling, because it's nice to wake up every day and find something new on the island without rushing through it. In addition to never playing an Animal Crossing before, I never really played a life simulator type of game like this before either, and I really didn't expect to like it as much as I do. Now, I do have a couple of problems with this game, but nothing too major. I don't know if this is something that's going to come later in the game, but it annoys me so much that I can't craft multiples of something. For instance, you need a clam to make fish bait, and if I have 10 clams in my inventory, I can't just craft 10 fish baits. Instead, I have to individually craft each one of those 10 fish baits, and I have to go through the crafting menu each and every time to do it. Another thing I find weird in this game is the customization feature. Tom Nook eventually teaches you how to change the colors of the items that you have, but that feature doesn't really work on all the items. You can do it to most of the stuff that you craft yourself, but really you can't do it to any of the things you buy from the store. Instead, you have to find variants of that same item in different colors. I don't know if this next problem is more of a me problem or if everyone experiences this. You can stack items on top of each other in this game, and I thought that if I bought a table and put something on it, it would work. But that's not always the case. And I'm not talking about an item like the writing desk, which already comes with things on it. I crafted a wooden swing bench, and then I went to the store and saw that they were selling cushions. So I thought I could put these cushions on the swing bench, but it turns out you can't, and I really don't understand why. I kinda wish there was something that told me if an item was stackable before I made it. I also wish this game had more interaction between your character and the items you make and find. I found a tricycle on my second day on the island, and I thought I'd be able to ride it around, but you can't. But I guess it would be ridiculous to think that they would have all of these items in the game, and unique interactions for each and every one of them. Anyway, before I give this game a score, I do have something to say. There's been a lot of hype around this game, and a lot of people tell you Animal Crossing is a great game. But if at any point during this video you heard things that you didn't like the gameplay, or what you do on the island, or the goal of the game, or if you've played games like this before and you know you're not going to like it, my score is not going to matter. Nobody else's score is going to matter. Don't let the hype trick you into buying something you're not going to like. This game isn't for everybody, and it's okay to skip a big release if you know you're not going to like it. You should save your money. Anyway, let me give this game a score. And I'm going to give this game an 8 out of 10. And this isn't the bullshit 8 out of 10 that IGN and all these other game websites give all the new releases. I'm giving this a very strong 8 out of 10 that would be a 9 if this game didn't have all the annoyances that it does have. Just let me craft 10 fish baits at the same time. Anyway, go fucking play this game.